Hi guys! For this presentation, we will talk about SWOT analysis. So stay with us and enjoy the rest of the video. First of all, what is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is a technique that enables a group or individual to move from everyday problems and traditional strategies to a fresh perspective. Ang SWOT analysis ay naimbento upang masolusyonan ang mga problema natin sa pang-araw-araw. At binigyan din tayo ng mga chance o mga bagong ideya upang ma-open up tayo sa mga makabuluhang inobasyon. The second one is, SWOT analysis looks at your strengths and weaknesses and the opportunities and threats your business faces. Ang SWOT analysis ay maaari na itong i-analyze ang kalakasan, kahinaan, mga oportunidad at mga hadlang na maaari mong makasalamuha o mapagraanan sa paggawa ng isang business. The SWOT analysis framework is a very important and useful tool to use in marketing management and other business applications. As a basic tool, its mastery is a fundamental requirement for the marketer, entrepreneurs, or business persons. A clear understanding of SWOT is required for business majors. Nangangahulugan lang ito na ang SWOT analysis framework ay isang napakahalagang bagay at magsisilbing isang nakakatulong na tool, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga marketing management personnels. Mahalaga rin ito para sa mga marketers, entrepreneurs, or business persons dahil kapag nalaman mo or natutunan mo ang SWOT analysis framework ay ma-distinguish mo or ma-analyze mo ang isang negosyo kung magiging successful ba ito o hindi. This technique is credited to Albert Humphrey, who led a research project at Stanford University in the 1960s and 1970s. Planning tool used to understand strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats involved in a project or a business. Used as a framework for organizing and using data and information gained from situation analysis of internal and external environment. Nangangahulugan to na ang SWOT analysis ay nagmula kay Albert Humphrey na nag-conduct ng isang research project o research project nga noong 1960s to 1970s sa Stanford University. Gaya ng namagin ko kanina, ang SWOT analysis ay patungkol kung paano malaman ang mga strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats na mararanasan natin kapag tayo ay gumawa ng projects or businesses. Nagmumula naman ang mga nilalaman ng SWOT analysis mula sa mga data na makakalap natin mapasaloob man o sa labas ng environment. Sa slide na to ay makikita natin ang isang chart na naglalaman ng mga letra na siyang acronyms para sa ating SWOT. S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunities, and T for threats. Mapapansin din natin na sa gilid ay may nakasulat na internal and external. At sa taas naman ay may nakasulat na helpful and harmful. Kaya ipaliwanag ko ito. Para maintindihan ng lahat, para yung mga nasa gilid ay nag-i-indicate kung nakakatulong ba ito o nakakasama. Halimbawa na lamang, ang strengths ay helpful internally, while yung opportunity naman ay helpful externally. Sa kabila naman is yung weakness. Ito daw ay harmful internally, while the threats naman ay harmful externally.
In SWOT analysis, yung S stands for strength. It's characteristics of the business or a team that give it an advantage over other in the industry. Positive, tangible, and intangible attributes internal to an organization, beneficial aspect of the organization or the capabilities of an organization, process capabilities, financial resources, products, and services, customers' goodwill, and brand loyalty. So, sinasabi lang dito yung technique daw na ng strength sa SWOT analysis is yung parang may kakaiba ka or unique ka sa yung company mo sa iba na nakahiliral mong industriya na magkakaroon ka ng positive na or advantage mo sa iba na makakuha ka sa mga tao. So, sa SWOT analysis na strength, may mga example siya. Una, abundant financial resources. Pangalawa, well-known brand name, economy of scale, lower costs, raw materials or processes, superior management, talent, better marketing skills, good distribution skills, committed employees. So, yung mga ito, yung lahat na nabanggit ko sa examples na yan, yun yung parang makapagbigay sa'yo ng strength para lumago yung company mo. Lalo na yung well-known brand name, yung mga better marketing skills. Syempre, ito pinakamahalaga to sa larangan ng business kasi ito yung magpapaunlad ng business mo or company mo at makakakuha ka ng mga customers. Sa SWOT analysis naman, kung mayroong strength which is the S, sa W naman, ito naman yung kabaligtaran ng strength which is weaknesses. Characteristic that place the firm at a disadvantage relative to others. Detract the organization from its ability to attain the core goal and influence its growth. Weaknesses are the factors which do not meet the standards we feel they should meet. However, weaknesses are controllable. They must be minimized and eliminated. So, sa weaknesses naman, ito yung parang kabaliktaran ng nasabi ko kanina sa advantages na kung yung strength, yun yung magagamit mo para umangat ka, ito naman yung mga weaknesses mo, ito yung magpapababa sa company mo or ito yung mga technique na dapat mong iwasan at ma-eliminate para umangat yung company mo. So, example naman tayo ng mga weaknesses sa SWOT analysis. Limited financial resources, weak spending on R&D, very narrow product line, limited distribution, higher cost. Ito yung mga weaknesses na talagang magpapababa or parang sa company mo, lalo-lalo na yung higher cost, parang magkakaroon ka ng negative what you call this? Negative feedback from your customer kasi sobrang taas ng cost tapos bibili nila. Syempre hindi, 'di ba? Ito pa yung ibang mga example ng weaknesses sa SWOT analysis. So, out of date products or technology, weak market image, poor marketing skills, limited management skills, under-trained employees na ito talaga yung parang yung kanina sinabi ko yung best marketing skills. So, yun yung pinaka focal point ka ako, 'di ba? Sa business na magpapangat talaga sa iyo. Pagka mababa yung marketing skills nila, so parang babagsak, lulubog yung company mo. Lalo na yung mga untrained employees na i-handle mo. Syempre, lahat yun utos-utusan mo, 'di ba? So, parang may stress ka lang and bababa talaga yung ego mo and yung growth mo na papunta sa pataas, growth of success, magiging growth to downfall.
Now let's talk about opportunities. Chances to make greater profits in the environment, external attractive factors that represent the reason for an organization to exist and develop. Arise when an organization can take benefit of conditions in its environment to plan and execute strategies that enable it become more profitable. Organizations should be careful and recognize the opportunities and grasp them whenever they arise. Here are some examples. First one is rapid market growth. Rival firms are complacent. Changing customer needs tastes. New uses for product discovered. Economic boom. Government deregulation. And lastly, sales decline for a substitute product. The next one is threats. External elements in the environment that could cause trouble for business. External factors beyond an organization's control. Arise when conditions in external environment jeopardize the reliability and profitability of the organization's business. Compound the vulnerability when they relate to the weaknesses. Threats are uncontrollable. When a threat comes, the stability and survival can be at stake. Here are some examples of threats. Entry of foreign competitors, introduction of new substitute products, product life cycle in decline, changing customer needs or tastes, rival firms adopt new strategies, increased government regulation, and lastly, economic downturn. Now let's talk about the aim of SWOT analysis.
Aim of SWOT analysis: to help decision makers share and compare ideas, to bring a clear common purpose and understanding of factors for success, to organize the important factors linked to success and failure in the business world, to provide linearity to the decision-making process, allowing complex ideas to be presented systematically. Ang SWOT analysis ay ginagamit para tulungan ang mga decision makers na makapagbahagi ng ideas. Layunin nitong magbigay ng malinaw at napagkakaintindi ng mga factors na makakatulong sa tagumpay. Inaayos nito ang mga importanteng bagay na konektado sa tagumpay at pagkabigo sa negosyo at nagbibigay ng structure para may presenta ng systematic ang mga komplikadong ideya. Who needs SWOT analysis? Who needs SWOT analysis? Job holder. When supervisor has issue with work output assigned to a new job, new financial year, fresh targets, job holder seeks to improve performance on the job. Ang SWOT analysis ay kailangan ng mga empleyado kapag may issue ang supervisor sa kanilang trabaho, bago naka-assign na ibang posisyon, o nagsisimula ang bagong taon ng financial targets. Makakatulong din ito kung gusto ng empleyado na pagbutihin ang kanyang performance sa trabaho. Sa madaling salita, ang SWOT analysis ay isang mahalagang tool para mas mapadali ang decision making at para magabayan ang mga empleyado sa pag-improve ng kanilang trabaho, lalo na sa mga sitwasyon na kailangan ng pagbabago o pag-a-adjust. Who needs SWOT analysis? Business unit. When the team has not met its targets, customer service can be better. Launching a new business unit to pursue a new business. New team leader is appointed. Ang SWOT analysis ay mahalaga para sa isang business unit kapag hindi nila naaabot ang kanilang mga target, kung kailangan pa ng improvement sa customer service, o kapag maglulunsad ng bagong unit para habulin ng ibang negosyo, mainam gamitin ito. Lalo na rin kung may bagong team leader na itatalaga, para may malinaw na direksyon ang team. Who needs SWOT analysis? Company. When the revenue, cost, and expense targets are not being achieved, market share is declining, industry conditions are unfavorable, launching a new business venture. Kapag ang kumpanya ay hindi natutupad ang kanilang revenue, cost and expense targets, o kung bumababa ang kanilang market share, magandang gumamit ng SWOT analysis, lalo na kapag hindi pabor ang industry conditions o may balak magsimula ng bagong business venture. Makakatulong ito para ma-assess ang strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Overall, ang SWOT analysis ay hindi lang para sa mga empleyado o maliliit na team. Mahalaga ito sa buong kumpanya para suriin ang sitwasyon at gumawa ng mas informed decisions, lalo na sa mga panahon ng pagbabago o pagsubok.
How to conduct SWOT analysis? Ang SWOT analysis ay isang simple pero epektibong paraan para makita ang strength, weaknesses, at mga opportunities, threats ng isang negosyo. Number 1. Analyze internal and external environment. Dito matitingnan kung ano ang mga nangyayari sa loob ng kumpanya at ano naman ang mga factors sa labas na nakaka-apekto sa business mo. Hinahati ito ng dalawang part, internal and external analysis. Dito muna tayo sa internal analysis. Internal, ito yung mga bagay na kaya mong kontrolin, tulad ng strength. Ano ang nagpapalakas sa negosyo mo? Ano ang dahilan bakit ka nagtatagumpay. So, weaknesses, ano naman ang mga problema o dapat pang ayusin para mas gumanda ang takbo ng negosyo. So, dito naman tayo sa external. Ito naman yung mga bagay na hindi mo kontrolado, tulad ng opportunity. Anong mga chances o trends sa labas ang pwede mong samantalahin para mag-grow? Threats. Ano ang mga posibleng problema mula sa labas tulad ng kompetisyon o pagbabago sa merkado at makakaapekto sa negosyo mo? Number 2, perform SWOT analysis and document. Para magawa natin ang SWOT analysis, kailangan natin gawin. Number 1, select contributors. Expert option may required for SWOT. Number 2, establish the objectives. Purpose of conducting a SWOT may be wide, narrow, general, specific. Number 3, create a workshop environment. Encourage an atmosphere conducive to the free flow of information. Number 4, allocate research and information gathering tasks. Background preparation can be carried out in 2 stages, exploratory and detailed. Information on strengths and weaknesses should focus on the internal factors. Number 5, evaluate listed ideas against objectives. With the list complied, sort and ground fact and ideas in relation to the objectives. Number 6, list strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Number 7, carry your findings forward. Make sure that the SWOT analysis is used in subsequent planning. Revisit your findings at suitable time intervals. Number 3, prepare action plans. First, things that must be addressed immediately. Ito yung mga issue na kailangan talagang ayusin kaagad. Kasi baka magka-problema tayo kung hindi. Second, things that can be handled now. Mahalaga itong mga bagay na pwede nang simulan ngayon, pero hindi sobrang urgent. Third, things that should be researched further. Ito yung mga bagay na kailangan pang pag-aralan bago tayo kumilos. Dapat muna nating alamin ng mabuti. And last, things should be planned for the future. Ito yung mga plano para sa long-term na tagumpay. Kailangan natin ng magandang plano para dito. In summary, ang paghahati-hati ng mga point sa SWOT analysis ay makakatulong sa atin na malaman kung ano ang dapat unahin at paano tayo magplano para sa next na step. Pitfall of SWOT analysis. Ang SWOT analysis ay useful pero may pitfalls. Maaaring bias ang resulta. Masyadong simple ang mga issue at walang tamang pagpaprioritize. Hindi nito nahuhuli ang pagbabago at kung walang konkretong hakbang, di ito magiging epektibo. Pitfalls of SWOT analysis. Number 1, can be very subjective. Two people rarely come up with the same final version of a SWOT. Use it as a guide and not a prescription. Number 2, may cause organization to view circumstances as very simple due to which certain key strategic contact may be overlooked. Number 3, categorizing aspects as strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats might be very subjective as there is great degree of uncertainty in market. Number 4, be effective. SWOT need to be conducted regularly. Number 5, the pace of change make it difficult to anticipate developments. Number 6, the data used in the analysis may be based on assumptions that subsequently prove to be unfounded, good and bad. And last, it lacks detailed structure, so key element may get the miss. In summary, ang SWOT analysis ay maganda, pero pwedeng maging subjective, masyadong simple, at may mga detalye na hindi napansin or napapansin. Kailangan itong gawin ng regular at baka nakabase ang data sa maling assumptions.
Tips for SWOT analysis. So the first one is do's. Be analytical and specific. Record all thoughts and ideas. Be selective in the final evaluation. Choose the right people for the exercise. Choose a suitable SWOT leader or facilitator. Think out of the box. Be open to change. So, dapat daw, kung meron tayong naisip o meron tayong mga idea, dapat lahat yon naka-record. And yung kukunin nating leader or members, dapat, kung maaari, meron silang karanasan or marami silang nalalaman para dun sa may gagawin na proyekto or pagpaplano. Dapat lahat din ng members or leaders na kasali sa plano ay marunong mag-isip ng mga unique na idea. Dapat din magagaling sa critical thinking para sa mga mahirap na sitwasyon, meron tayong magagawang solusyon. And be open to change. So, kung merong hindi umayon sa plano para sa isang sitwasyon, ay maging handa tayo para sa pagbabago ng proseso or ng plano. The next one is the don'ts. Try to disguise weaknesses. Merely list errors and mistakes. Lose sight of external influences and trends. Allow the SWOT to become a blame-laying exercise. Ignore the outcomes and at later stages of the planning process. So, dapat kung may pagkakamali tayo, dapat lahat yon ay nakalista para alam natin kung ano yung mga i-improve natin doon sa may plano natin. And huwag tayo magpapanggap kung meron tayong kahinaan. Ang dapat nga doon gawin ay i-improve natin at patunayan na kaya nating tanggalin yung mga kahinaan na yon. Ang sumunod naman ay dapat nakakasunod tayo sa trending. Dapat nakakasabay tayo sa uso para bumabagay ito sa panahong kasalukuyan. And don't allow the SWOT to become a blame-laying exercise. So, kung merong pagkakamali or hindi maganda yung maging outcome nung planning process natin, ay wag natin ipapasa sa SWOT analysis yung pangit na resulta. Maaring meron tayong pagkukulang sa pagpaplano, kaya improve na lang natin yung plano natin. And don't ignore the outcomes at later stages of the planning process. So, kung ano yung mga magiging resulta, ay dapat hindi natin ini-ignore. Dahil doon tayo babase kung maganda ba yung naging pagpaplano natin or maganda ba yung naging plano natin para doon sa may specific na project na yon or gawain. And that concludes our video presentation for SWOT analysis. Thank you guys for watching. This video is presented by our team OKC. I am one of the hustlers, Jericho Villasarose, with my partner, John Reynel Santos, and with our hacker, Justin Bon Velasco, and Xander Denzel Villamayor, and our hipsters, Michael Casinillo and Joros Padua. Thank you guys and see you for the next video.